in the state of Mississippi. Papa was a copper and mama was a hippie. In Alabama, she was swinging a hammer. Price you gotta pay when you break the panorama.
Hi, my name is Saloni Lodha. I am a designer based in London. You are in my studio right now. I was brought up in India, and I think that has a lot to do with how, with a lot of values and where I come from or how I see life. In India, I studied graphic design and textile design, and then I came to London to do a course at St. Martin's in pattern cutting and hand couture sewing. And I went to school and university both in India. I got into fashion per se, I guess, is because I was born and brought up in India, and I loved the craft and all the handwork, and just everything was, kind of like, I was surrounded by all of it, but I could not find anything which was a modern interpretation of something where girls could just throw it off, and it was not a piece of couture and an evening dress, but very contemporary, beautifully made. So that's why I got into doing this. And my way of working is, I try and, one of my favorite things is I try and travel in India and we find some of the oldest, most beautiful techniques. I don't consider myself as an innovator, but I just try and combine ideas, I guess. I work with artisans in India. I have a great team in London, and we all, we just try and make beautiful collections, and so I think it's as simple as that. I won't call myself an innovator. My all-time favorite fashion designer, I think there has to be few, because I look at fashion as art, and everyone has like different ways of expressing themselves. And I love Alaya, I love Lodha, and you can't really compare anyone to anyone, and it's just that they really are artists to me. They're not fashion designers. My personal style is I wear a lot of kind of feminine things, but with a little bit of an edge, but the comfort factor is very important. I mean, in the day I live in my trainers. In the evenings I have a bit more fun with what I wear, and I love to wear lots of color, lots of jewelry, and of course most of my collection. I think my dreams when I was younger, I was definitely a child who didn't know what she wanted. There are kids who know what they want to do, because I tried a lot of things, or at least wanted to become a lot of things. I wanted to become a sculptor, then I thought being a politician was a really good idea. And then after that I wanted to become a photographer, and then somehow I ended up doing fashion, but everything was a process of finding of what eventually I wanted to do. But definitely kind of sculpting, the idea was very romantic to me. I thought I could live on a seaside town and become a sculptor. I get inspired just kind of by walking around the streets. You walk down the streets in London and you kind of turn around and you have so many individual people that put so much energy into dressing up, and I kind of feed off that, and I love seeing that. And I think, there's so many people out there who have their strong individual tastes, and so I guess I would call my referencing just by walking around the streets. Do I see myself being a fashion designer? Well, it all depends. I love what I do, but I think it's part of a journey. I would love to do this for the rest of my life, but I would also love to do a lot of other things, where simultaneously and grow with them. And I love what I do, and it gives me an incredible chance to work with very talented people, and it's always a joy when you can kind of dress women from all ages, and when you get calls. But there are definitely other things which I would also like to explore, and I hope I can do all of that. I think the most important thing is that whatever you're doing, it's important to kind of enjoy it and be happy with it, and and really just kind of start everything with a smile and end everything with a smile.